Hey guys, it's Cole from TCG Cardcast, and welcome to day 3 of Yugi Week. Today, we're going over Yugi's Waking the Dragons deck profile. Now, in making this deck, there were a lot of cards that Yugi used in Waking the Dragons, but as per usual with Yugi's decks, he didn't play enough monsters in order to equal out his deck for monsters and spells and traps. So again, this is a 40 card version of his Waking the Dragons deck, which plays the cards that I believe were the most nostalgic from that series. So, without further ado, let us begin. Again, for the third time this week, starting off with Dark Magician. Dark Magician is a Dark level 7 spellcaster, normal monster with 2500 attack, 2100 defense. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. Okay, I'm sorry guys, we've seen him like 5 times this week. I'm probably going to be even faster with him for the next two videos tomorrow. Next up we have Dark Magician Girl, making her return from Battle City. Dark Magician Girl is a Dark level 6 spellcaster effect monster with 2000 attack points and 1700 defense. This card gains 300 attack for each Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos in either player's graveyards. Pretty cool. Again, very classic cards. Next up is the return of the Black Luster Soldier. Black Luster Soldier is a level 8 Earth Warrior ritual monster that has 3000 attack and 2500 defense, and can be ritual summoned using the Black Luster Ritual card. Very cool. 2 more cards making their returns from Duelist Kingdom are Gaia the Fierce Knight and Curse of Dragon. This deck is kind of like Yugi's perfect mix of his Duelist Kingdom deck and his Battle City deck. So this is kind of like the ultimate nostalgia bomb, in all honesty. So Gaia the Fierce Knight is a level 7 Earth Warrior normal monster with 2300 attack and 2100 defense. A knight whose horse travels faster than the wind. His battle charge is a force to be reckoned with. And Curse of Dragon is a Dark level 5 dragon normal monster with 2000 attack and 1500 defense. A wicked dragon that taps into dark forces to execute powerful attacks. And of course, these two are used to make your dragon champion, your Gaia the Dragon champion. And they are also very classic and cool cards to look at. Catapult Turtle making its return from Duelist Kingdom. Catapult Turtle is a level 5 water aqua effect with 1000 attack and 2000 defense. Once returned, you contribute 1 monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the tributed monster's attack on the field. Pretty cool. Yugi used this when he got taken over by the Seal of Orichalcos, and he started attacking Raphael with it, and sacrificing his monsters against his monster's will. So yeah, sadly, guys, the Seal of Orichalcos is not in this deck, but God, I wish. A trio. So we're going to get into his cards that are making a return from battle, that are keeping into his deck from Battle City. We have Jack's Knight, King's Knight, and Queen's Knight, the Poker Knight combo. Jack's Knight is a light level 5 warrior normal monster with 1900 attack and 1000 defense. A strong master swordsman. His loyalty is to justice, his duty to protect the weak. And of course, King's Knight and Queen's Knight are light level 4 warriors. King's Knight is an effect monster. Queen's Knight is a normal monster. King's Knight has 1600 attack and 1400 defense. Queen's Knight has 1500 attack and 1600 defense. This knight catches her opponents off guard, dominating them with swift yet graceful attacks. And King's Knight's effect says, when this card is normal summoned while you control Queen's Knight, you can special summon 1 Jack's Knight from your deck. I said this in the Battle City duel, in the Battle City deck profile. If you just summon either one of these guys, it doesn't matter what order you summon them in. We let ourselves summon Jack's Knight, because going Queen's Knight then King's Knight is really hard. If we just go King's Knight then Queen's Knight, it just gets easier for us. So there we go, the Poker Knight combo. I guess this is a quadrio. I don't know if that's the right word, but we have the Magnet Warriors making their return from Battle City as well as the Poker Knights. So Alpha, Beta, and Gamma are all Earth level 4 rock normal monsters. Alpha has 1400 attack and 1700 defense. Beta has 1700 attack and 1600 defense. Gamma has 1500 attack and 1800 defense. And all of their flavor texts list Alpha, Beta, and Gamma meld as one to form a powerful monster. And of course, these guys all combine into the awesome Valkyrion the Magna Warrior, who is a level 8 Earth Rock effect monster with 3500 attack and 3500 attack, 3850 defense. Cannot be normal summon / set, must be special summoned by attributing Alpha, Beta, and Gamma from your field and or hand. You contribute this card to special summon one Alpha Beta in game up from your graveyard. So pretty cool. This guy's an easy God card tribute, even though there are no God cards in this Yugi deck because they were taken by the Orichalcos gang. I believe these are the last cards returning from Battle City, and that is the Baphomet and Gazelle combo. Baphomet is a dark level 5 fiend effect monster with 1400 attack and 1800 defense. When this card is normal or flip summoned, you can add one Gazelle the King of Mythical Beasts from your deck to your hand. So if you have that in Polymerization in your hand, tribute summon this guy, or flip summon this guy, get your Gazelle, get off your Chimera. Pretty cool. Gazelle the King of Mythical Beast is an Earth level 4 beast normal monster with 1500 attack and 1200 defense. This monster moves so fast that it looks like an illusion to the mortal eye. Very, very cool, guys. Very cool. We're speeding through some of these cards we've already gone through because, I mean, what's the point? We've kind of already gone through them again. A new monster. I think this is the first new monster in this deck, if I'm correct. Yes, it is. We have Breaker, the Magical Warrior. This card is such a classic Yugi card, such a cool classic Yugi card. It is a dark level 4 spellcaster effect with 1600 attack and 1000 defense. When this card is normal summoned, place one spell counter on it, maximum 1. This card gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove one spell counter from this card to target one spell trap card on the field. Destroy that target. This guy is awesome. He's a very, very powerful card. I remember back during GOAT format when this guy, or not GOAT format, but the OG format, where this guy was just amazing. He was so powerful. I think, if I'm correct, this guy was banned at a time, so showed you how cool OG cards are. This guy's ultra rare too. Pretty cool. He used this in combination with a card we're going to go over later. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. The next new card in this deck is Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. I guess it's not really a new monster because it's kind of a new form of an old monster. But something I actually do this. I do this a lot actually. I always forget this guy's name is Obnoxious Celtic Guard and not Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. So, just a little trivia fact. Just want to make sure people knew it was a guard. It's an Earth level 4 warrior effect monster with 1400 attack and 1200 defense. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 or more attack. So, pretty cool, pretty cool. Certainly useful in a lot of different ways. And this guy comes into different duels later on in different series. In GX, this guy's super useful. So, yeah. So this is the last card returning from Duelist Kingdom, for monsters at least. The Giant Soldier of Stone, which is an Earth level 3 rock normal monster with 1300 attack and 2000 defense. A giant warrior made of stone. A punch from this creature has earth-shattering results. Or as I said in the Duelist Kingdom video, moon-shattering results. Very classic card. I know that Big Shield Gardena was part of this deck, but just because I like Giant Soldier of Stone better, and because I had to fit this deck down to 40 cards, I chose this guy over Big Shield Gardena, so that's why he's in here instead. Electromagnetic Turtle. This is a returning card from Battle City. It is a light level 4 machine effect with 0 attack and 1800 defense. During your opponent's battle phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and the battle phase. Quick effect. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Very useful. The second to last new monster card in this deck is Curry Bandit. Now, in the show, technically, Curry Bandit was a different kind of card. It was made with the 5 Karibo brothers, and you could also make Curry Babylon, and you could also make this guy with it, but I guess when Konami made this guy, I guess they just decided to give him to us like this. So, Curry Bandit is a dark level 3 fiend effect with 1000 attack, 700 defense. During the end phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, you can tribute this card, excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. You can add one excavated spell trap card to your hand. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So this guy's pretty good for searching out cards. If we ever play him in a duel, we're gonna play him with the errata that you get to add all revealed spells and trap cards to your hand. So pretty cool. This is one of my favorite cards that Yugi's ever played. So obviously the very classic Karibo. And the strongest monster in Yugi's deck, no one tried to tell me otherwise, Wadapon. Wadapon is a light level 1 fairy effect with 200 attack and 300 defense. If this card is added from your deck to your hand by a card effect, you can special summon this card. This deck does a lot of special summoning, or does a lot of draw power, so don't worry about that, guys. Don't worry about that. On to Yugi's spells, we have Monster Born, Pot of Greed, Polymerization, all returning again. Special summon monster from the grave. Don't know what it does. Fusion summon monster. I don't think I need to go over those. Graceful Charity. Graceful Charity is a very classic Yugi card. Draw 3 cards from your deck, then discard 2 cards from your hand. I believe, fun fact, this is the only series Yugi uses Graceful Charity in, and it became such a nostalgic Yugi card just from, I think, like the 1 or 2 times he actually uses it in this series. So I don't know, I just thought it was a really cool fact that he actually did not use this very much. So very cool. Next up is Card Destruction, another card returning from Battle City. Each player discards their entire hand, then draws the same number of cards they discarded. Very cool, very cool. Card of Sanctity. Again, we use the effect where both players draw until they have 6 cards in their hands. You can't have Blackluster Soldier without Blackluster Ritual to summon him. It's a ritual spell card. Summons Blackluster Soldier. The god monster for this deck, for this season, was the Eye of Timaeus, a very, very cool card. This card is also treated as Legendary Dragon Timaeus. Target one dark magician monster you control. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that lists that monster on the field as a fusion material, using it as the fusion material. You can only activate 1 the Eye of Timaeus per turn. Very cool, very cool. Very, very powerful card too. Like, this card is used to this day in Dark Magician decks because it's just so good. So I think it's been replaced with Keeper of Dragonic Magic at this point, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool anyway. So we have a Diffusion Wave Motion. Pay 1,000 points. 1 level 7 or higher spellcaster you control this turn can attack all of your opponent's monsters, but your other monsters cannot attack, and their effects are negated. Very cool. Very powerful. A new card is Dark Magic Curtain. Pay half your life points, special summon 1 Dark Magician from your deck. You cannot summon other monsters the turn you activate this card, but you can set. This is the card he borrowed from Arcana's deck, in all honesty. Like, I think this deck carries over a lot of different Arcana cards, which is really, really cool. I do like seeing that the 2 Dark Magician users are not too different in the likes of deck building. Very cool. One of my favorite cards. Magic Formula, an equip card. Equip only to a Dark Magician or Dark Magician girl. It gains 700 attack when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard. Gain 1,000 points. Very cool. Next we have a copy of Multiply, a quick play spell. Tribute 1 face-up Kribo, special summon as many Kribo tokens in defense mode as possible. Those tokens cannot be tributed for Tribute Summon. Very classic. I was going to throw Detonate in this deck because he did use Detonate on the Great Leviathan, but that was more of Karibo just kind of flying into him, and he didn't really use the card Detonate, so yee. And the final spell card in this deck is a card I could not build this deck without. It's too classic. The scene is too written into Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes. We have Berserker Soul. It's a quick play spell card. When a monster you control inflicts 1,500 or less damage to your opponent by a direct attack, discard your entire hand, minimum 1. Excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a monster card, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Then, repeat this effect up to 7 more times, or until you excavate a non-monster card. If a non-monster card is excavated, place it on the top of your deck. You can only activate 1 Berserker Soul per turn. This card and Breaker have become such an iconic combo in Yugi's decks. I honestly can't think of a time I quote Yugi more than when I play this card. Or when I'd like discard Karibo, but like I feel like this is the only combo I've ever really like just quoted Yugi on. I mean, just you gotta go, just Duro Monstercado, you know? It's pretty cool, and it's a quick play, so I mean, why would you fight that? On to Yugi's spells and on to Yugi's traps, we have Mirror Force. Now, Yugi never used Mirror Force in Waking the Dragons, but he did have one, shown by Kaiba when Kaiba revealed it during their duel with darts to create Mirror Force Dragon. He said, I reveal Yugi's Mirror Force, so it was in fact Yugi's, not Kaiba's. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Just classic. Like, it's nice. It's very classic. A copy of Relay Soul. This is a very cool card in this deck. I love this card a lot. Special summon 1 monster from your hand. While it is face up on your side of the field, you take no damage. When it leaves the field, your opponent wins the duel. This is the card you use when you are at your last straw. Like, if you have like 100 points left, you play this card, you get out whatever you need to beat your opponent with. Like, this is your last ditch effort, guys. In all honesty. Very cool card. Another card he borrowed from Arcana is the Dark Renewal. Dark Renewal, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, target one of those monsters and one spellcaster type monster you control. Send both monsters to the graveyard. Then you can special summon one dark spellcaster type monster from your deck or graveyard. Obviously, guys, you're going for your Dark Magician Girl. Heck, even your Breaker if you want, like, why not? But your main target for this card is Dark Magician, guys. It's just such a cool card. I love this card a lot. I actually would use this card in my anime deck. If I was a character in the anime, I'd use this in my deck. So, very cool card that he borrowed from Arcana there. Next up is Magical Hats. During your opponent's battle phase, choose 2 spell trap cards from your deck, turn them into hat tokens, set them face down along with your targeted monster. Shuffle them on your field. During the end phase, destroy the tokens if they're still on the field. When we play this card, again, we use this hat. We use the hats themselves as another token. So, yep, very classic. A new card that actually ended up using a lot in GX, if I'm correct, is Zero Gravity. Change the battle positions of all face-up monsters on the field. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Yugi played a lot more spells and traps, again, as I said, in this arc of the show. But I couldn't fit them all in. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't, sadly. Alright, next up we have his fusions. We have Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast. Chimera is a wind level 6 beast fusion effect with 2100 attack and 1800 defense, created by Gazelle and Baphomet. When it's destroyed, you can target a Baphomet or a Gazelle and special summon it to your side of the field. Pretty cool. A Gaia, the Dragon Champion. Sorry about that, guys. A wind level 7 dragon fusion that requires Gaia and Curse of Dragon. It has 2600 attack and 2100 defense. Dragon Master Knight. Now, obviously, guys, there's not a Blue Eyes White Dragon in this deck. There's no Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragons in this deck. This card's in here purely in case you go against Kaiba. Yugi did have this, so. It's a level 12 light dragon fusion effect that requires Blackluster Soldier and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Must be fusion summoned. This card gains 500 attack for each dragon type monster you control, except for this card. It has 5,000, 5,000. When are you gonna beat this, guys? When are you gonna beat this? You can't. On to the Timaeus fusions, we have Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight is a level 7 dark dragon fusion effect that requires Dark Magician Girl and a dragon type monster. Must be fusion summoned with the above materials or with the Eye of Timaeus, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one face-up card in the field, destroy that target. She has 2600 attack and 1700 defense. Such a cool and classic card from this series, guys. And the final card in this deck, guys, is the Amulet Dragon. Amulet Dragon is a dark level 8 dragon fusion effect with 2900 attack and 2500 defense. It requires Dark Magician and a dragon type monster. Has the same summoning requirements as Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight. Either fusion summoned with the fusion materials or summoned using the Eye of Timaeus. If this card is special summoned, target any number of spell cards in any graveyards, minimum 1. Banish those targets, and if you do, this card gains 100 attack for each card banished by this effect. If this card is destroyed, you can target one spellcaster type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So, if this guy gets destroyed, it's kind of, I think it's supposed to emulate the idea of, in the show when Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, or when Amulet Dragon got destroyed, Dark Magician just kind of hopped off of it. So, that's why that's there. So yeah, pretty cool. So that was Yugi's Waking the Dragons deck, guys. If you liked it, make sure that you hit the button up in the upper left-hand corner to check out our Yugi Week playlist, and make sure that you hit the button in the center of the screen to subscribe on the spot so you don't miss any content. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you go down and like, comment, tell us what you guys want to see next. Tell if you guys want to see any of these decks in a duel. Make sure that you guys go into the description to check out our Discord channel and our Patreon. And this has been Cole from TCG Cardcast. Tomorrow we're going to be uploading 2 videos. We're going to be uploading Yugi's deck from the final duel and a Thames deck from the final duel. Make sure that you guys subscribe to check that out. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.